So with everything in life, there are choices, you guys. So now we get to talk about two different pathways that pyruvate can take. It can either be aerobic or anaerobic. So pyruvate, we decided, right, is turned from glucose, it breaks down into two pyruvate molecules. So pyruvate is going to be converted into acetyl-CoA under the aerobic conditions and to lactate under anaerobic. Okay, so anaerobic, this process is called fermentation, right, and the byproduct is going to be lactate, which is also known as lactic acid. So anaerobic, ana means without. So this is without a ton of oxygen present, okay? Where aerobic has all the oxygen that we ever want, and there's actually oxygen involved in some of the processes as well. So let's talk about this. So under aerobic conditions, this is where we get to make a ton of ATP. So this means oxygen is present. And so that 3-carbon pyruvate is decarboxylated. And so that means that the 2-carbon acetyl-CoA and carbon dioxide, CO2, are produced. So we have that pyruvate, and it's going to undergo transformation through the reaction of pyruvate dehydrogenase and to get us acetyl-CoA, and we're going to produce an NADH. Now, under anaerobic conditions, and so this will happen like basically during strenuous exercise. Obviously, we still have to have oxygen or else we die, right? So this is like oxygen's not actively getting to like your muscles and stuff. So that would be during like strenuous exercise or like running, doing errands, doing laundry, dishes, whatever, right? So oxygen is depleted, and then the anaerobic conditions are produced in muscles, okay? Under anaerobic conditions, pyruvate is converted into lactate, and this is also known as lactic acid. NAD+ is produced, and this is used to oxidize more glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate in glycolysis, which is going to produce small amounts of ATP. So we can keep limping along and stay alive, okay? But the increased amount of lactate or lactic acid, this is what causes muscle cramps, okay? Runner's cramps. When I run, I get runner's cramps, and that's from a buildup of lactate. And this is what happens when the muscles become tired and sore. So after exercise, a person that breathes heavily needs to repay the oxygen debt and reform that pyruvate in the liver. So let's do a study check and match the following terms with the descriptions. So pause me and come back. All right, so produced during anaerobic conditions is lactate, otherwise known as lactic acid. And a reaction in series that converts glucose to pyruvate, that's what we talked about in the previous lecture, or slides, and that was glycolysis. We're breaking down glucose, okay? And so metabolic reactions that break down large molecules to smaller molecules in energy, remember, those are the catabolic. My cat Sophie likes to break things. She really doesn't. She always gives me the stink eye when I say that, but that's okay. And then substances that remove or add hydrogen atoms in the oxidation and reduction reactions, those are going to be our coenzymes, right? Great job.